Fanthropologist.
I am a doctoral student studying fandom and fan fiction communities.
You gonna get a PhD in that? Who has like the craziest fans in your opinion?
There's a lot of vitriol in like old animated shows, so like the Voltron fandom is insane.
Who said boo? You said boo to Voltron?
I'm a victim of Voltron.
What does that mean? We got 2 victims of Voltron? Is there more than there's a 3rd victim of Voltron?
Hi, so that was me on Dropout's Crowd Control. I'm Yvonne and I'm getting my PhD in communications studying fandom and fanfiction cultures, and in this show, we got to laugh about just how many people have been victimized by Voltron. But unfortunately, the discussion on why did not make it into the show, and some people have been asking for it. The paper that I mentioned here is actually about the fight between the Clance and Sheath shippers. And this was a classic ship war for those who weren't there. 2 sides wanted different characters to kiss, but it really uniquely became entrenched with a moralizing language that we have seen in fandoms more and more since then. So if you know the word anti, it doesn't start with Voltron, but it gets a lot of power there. One side's ship gets called pedophilic, it's not. The other side gets called abusive, it's not. And the language used in these spaces transforms from, I like this, to liking that makes you evil. And in my work, I connect it to the rising political polarization online in 2016 when Voltron started, and the fear a lot of queer folks have and had around queerness being viewed as amoral and this newly popular anti-rhetoric as a result of that fear. So some of the other people here could be talking about like the bury your gays trope, the bad representation, so many other things that were terrible and happened at the end of Voltron, but I'm specifically interested in morality policing in the fandom as it relates to political discourse, and then how it impacted how fandoms have operated since then. Anyways, thank you Dropout for having me, it was tons of fun, and if anyone has questions about fandom, let me know.